Madame on the beat.
I see mommy in Kechi, a rapper don't tell she the new for grave where my youth day, Papa Emeka. Don't blind from growing, Peking don't fall, now watch up I'm raw. Me self they shake my hand no feel. Yesterday we laughed, today I just we more. If we don't stop this night where we they share, tell me who go sing for the ones we know they.
She need the voice from under the soil. Brother, no let my blood turn to oil. Little Ada they ask where my papa go. Her small hand they shake, she no sabi this woe. I beg my people see this fire we burn. Now our house they blaze, now our future they turn. We go tell their ghosts we no go fail you. If we hold this love, that death go burn you.
I see mommy in Kechi, a rapper don't tell she the new for grave where my youth day, Papa Emeka. Don't blind from growing, Peking don't fall, now watch up I'm raw. Me self they shake my hand no feel. Yesterday we laughed, today I just we more. If we don't stop this night where we they share, tell me who go sing for the ones we know they.
She need the voice from under the soil. Brother, no let my blood turn to oil. Little Ada they ask where my papa go. Her small hand they shake, she no sabi this woe. I beg my people see this fire we burn. Now our house they blaze, now our future they turn. We go tell their ghosts we no go fail you. If we hold this love, that death go burn you.
No, make me try you. Back up in the day.
I beg my people see this fire we burn. Now our house they blaze, now our future they turn. We go tell their ghosts we no go fail you. If we hold this love, that death go burn you.
Oh, make me try you.
Back up joins with a trembling. Oh, hey. If we no join now, our children go so.
This is my wicked word. This is my confusion word. Listen to Palibran. I will tell you a story about one lady girl. Polly they go to work. Polly they work for bank. Then I enter for motor. The river they go. The river they go. Opposite Udi. But the right hand the side. Along Gusukudu Road. I see people run. I see people run. Then I ask the driver. The driver waiting they happen. The driver waiting they happen. The driver tell the body boy. See no day for talk. See no day for talk. It better you take your eye and see. Then I call the driver. The driver waiting, waiting. The driver waiting. This is not wicked word. This is not Confucian word. Listen to Palibran. I'm really telling you a story about one lady girl. Polly they go to work. Polly they work for bank. Then I enter for motor. The driver they go. The driver they go. Opposite Udi. By the right hand side. Along Gusukudu Road. I see people run. I see people run. Then I ask the driver. The driver waiting they happen. The driver waiting they happen.
Cherish,
the prayer of David from the book of Psalm, chapter 7. And I will pray in English because a lot of people are listening all over the world. I mean, a lot. Millions are listening all over the world. And I want them to follow our proceedings this very evening. Very, very critical, very, very important that we do so. O Lord, my God, the creator of the heavens and the earth, we take refuge in you. Save and deliver us from all that pursue us. Because if you look away from us, they will tear us apart like a lion and rip us to pieces with no one to rescue us. Because the world is against Biafra for no reason. We are hated, we are despised for no discernible reason. Only thee, O Lord God Almighty in heaven, is our Savior, not man. You must come to our rescue, because you are our Lord and you are our God. If we have done this, if I have done anything, if there is guilt on my hands, if I have repaid anybody, be it friend or an adversary, with evil or without cause, have done wrong to any man or woman, then let the Fulani Janjaweed pursue and overtake me. Let them trample down my life to the ground and make me sleep in the dust. Arise, O Elohim, Adonai El Shaddai, in your anger, rise up against the rage of the Fulani Janjaweed Caliphate and the Zoological Republic. You will rise and you will fight for your children. You will awake, O Heavenly Father, Lord God Almighty, the creator of the heavens and the earth, the owner of the universe, for you must decree justice. Let your children and all men and of goodwill gather around you while you sit on top of your throne in the highest of the heavens, the habitation that only thee can ever occupy. Only you, O Heavenly Father, will judge the people. You will vindicate me, O Lord, you will vindicate IPOB, you will vindicate your children of Biafra, according to our righteousness, according to our integrity. O Most High, bring an end to the violence of the wicked. Bring an end to Fulani Janjaweed violence in our land. Bring an end to their abductions. Bring an end to their kidnappings. Bring an end to their extrajudicial slaughter of the innocent. Bring an end to their forced conversion of Christians into Islam. Bring to an end their mediocrity. Bring to an end their senseless feudal rule. Bring to an end their evil and their deception. Come and secure the righteous, because only you, O God Almighty in heaven, can see in the dark. Only you know the hearts of men. You are our shield. We have nobody. Between 67 and 1970, the whole world ganged up and fought against your children. We did not steal anything from anybody. We did not go after anybody's possession nor inheritance. We were on our own in the land that you gave to our ancestors. They conspired, they connived, they colluded to kill us. Over 5 million people. We are dead at the end of it. You are our shield. We do not trust in any man or in any state. We trust only in thee, because you are God and you always save the upright at heart. Anybody whose heart is clean, O Heavenly Father, to those you do not abandon to their enemies. That is why you cannot abandon IPOB. That is why Biafra can never be abandoned. Because your words are yea and amen. You are God, you're not human. Facebook may have been bought over by Nigeria, and we pray that Twitter will not succumb to their threats and their violence. You are God and you are not upright and a just judge. But you are also a God that displays his wrath every blessed day. If Fulani Janjaweed do not relent in what they are doing, if the Fulani Caliphate continues to pursue this scorched earth policy of abductions and murder and mayhem, then you, O Lord God in heaven, you will sharpen your sword, you will bend and string your bow, you will prepare your deadly weapons, you will make ready your flaming arrows. Whoever is pregnant with evil conceives trouble and gives birth to disillusionment. That is what is happening in the zoo called Nigeria. Nigeria is pregnant with evil because it conceived trouble and it has now given birth to disillusionment. All the holes that the Fulani Janjaweed are digging for us into that pit, they are falling into one after the other. The trouble that they have caused will always rebound on them. Their violence will come down on their own heads. O Heavenly Father, for we shall give thee thanks always, all the days of our lives, because only thee is righteous. We shall sing songs of praise unto your holy name, O Most High. For as long as there is a child on this earth of Biafran descent and heritage, O Heavenly Father, we shall worship your name and your name alone, now and forevermore, we pray. He said, that was our prayer this evening. We are now going to proceed without further hesitation to bring to you the gospel which I have been mandated by heaven to preach to the children of men. What they are trying to do is to see if by inflicting collective punishment on the populace, somehow you will turn against people who are fighting for your liberation. I want to remind them that the Cameroonian army tried it in Ambazonia and it failed after 8 months. Now every Ambazonian is a freedom fighter. You know, sometimes they think that by oppressing people, by killing people, somehow they will scare you into submission, not knowing that they are grooming and breeding hardened freedom fighters that despise the zoo with every sinew of their body. That's what they don't understand it. Look at Imo State. Only because you killed Ikonso. Only Ikonso Kibu. Look at Imo State. Imagine when you kill the top leadership of IPOB and then you get to us. Imagine what will happen. Even every living organism, including amoeba and Euglena viridis, even single-cell animals will perish. We are getting there very closely. And you are going to suffer. The zoo will suffer. And all of you informants, let me warn you, if you know your brother, your uncle, your sister is an informant, please prepare for their burial because they're going to die. If you're an Eze, Igwe, PG, all these people, and you're pointing hand, saying IPOB lives here, they live there, it is only a matter of time you're going to die. You will die. because you are part and parcel of those pointing out freedom fighters to be killed by the enemy. Are you telling me that Ojukwu fought for nothing? That all our soldiers that perished between 67 and 70, that they all died for nothing? Is that what you're telling me? That today you're proudly working for the Fulani Janjaweed. Today, the border has been opened in the West. Oduduwa fighters have confronted the zoo, they have opened in the West. Are you aware of that? Are you aware that gallant Oduduwa fighters have opened the front in the West? All you do is to gossip, come to Facebook, come to be writing junk, rubbish every blessed day. When they came to my house to kill me on the 14th of September 2017, did I do anything wrong to the zoo? I was fighting for my people, that's all. When they killed us at National High School, what did we do wrong? At Mpo, what did we do? How did we offend anybody? I ask you. Nothing. They were killing us. Now that God has sent his angels to come and protect the weak, now you have discovered where your pen is. Every day you're typing and writing rubbish. As if it has any effect or it will have any effect on us. Of course, you know it will never have any effect on us. Look at the people telling you, do not come make sure you disobey this sit at home order. Don't obey him. The same people, but in their own land, they have Sharia. When all these police commissioners in River State, in Imo State, in Abia, in Enugu, in Ebonyi, when you Muslims were agitating for Sharia in the north, did anybody stop you? But you're in our land. You're in our land, telling us what to do. I said it before and allow me to repeat. As soon as Biafra comes, at every entry point into Biafra, every seaport, every airport, every land crossing, there will be a DNA kit. We'll have a sample of Fulani Janjaweed DNA on one side, and we'll have a sample of Biafran DNA on another side. We'll test everybody coming in and leaving. If you have Fulani Janjaweed DNA inside you, we'll send you back to the Sahel. You go there and live with them. You people make me sick. They don't understand that they are making us stronger. You don't know. Go and look at the history of freedom fighting. You are making us stronger. Hitler killed 6 million Jews, thinking after killing them, somehow the Jews will bow and submit. Today, Israel has the best army in the whole world. That's how human life is. I want to let Dave Omahi understand something. Take your phone. Some of you have 3 or 4 phones. Take one of your phones. Tell that your phone, your mobile phone, you're holding in your right or left hand, I am going to use you to injure my body. You see, this body you're going to suffer. Start to rub your phone on a particular spot at the back of your arm or anywhere of your body. Keep rubbing it. Every day, keep rubbing it. You know, previously your skin used to be very soft. But as time goes on, you will find out that place you've been rubbing all the time, putting pressure all the time, has acquired some measure of hardness. That is human nature for you. And I want every Fulani Janjaweed to do this very, very simple experiment. Take any object, be rubbing it against your skin slowly. That's your skin that is very soft. After 3 or 4 days, you will notice that part you've been rubbing all the time has developed a semblance of toughness. Even
and all you do is to see the negative impact of Igbo man. All you do is to see the negative part of Igbo man. You do not see the positive part. Upon the fact that Nigeria tells you, Igbo contribute the best. Igbo can change Nigeria. Igbo can do everything, turn it upside down and turn it to gold. Yet, you don't see that part of Igbo man. You don't see that part of a Biafran. You see the negative part of Biafra. Igbo man is this, Igbo man is that. But Nigeria is telling you, even as bad as Nigeria tells you that Igbo man is this. Yoruba man tells you Igbo man can change Nigeria. Hausa man tells you Igbo can convert anything. Every other tribe in Nigeria tells you about Igbo man. Only you, the Igbo man, that is see yourself as enemy of yourself. Yet, you don't understand the impact you would make in a nation that you are going to govern yourself with every blessing of God upon your life. Today, we have come to change the script. I want you can name this speech of the Nation Today address as changing the script. This is called negative confirmation bias. And it is quite like seeing the world and us in a true dark lenses, failing to pay attention to the positive. You fail to pay attention to the positive of Biafra people. When you talk about freedom, you say, oh, they are fighting on social media. How can they govern themselves? That is the negative part. You pick it, but yet you call Obi. Obi want to be a president. Obi want to do this and do that. Is Obi not also part of that negative part that makes you not to support Biafra? Don't worry. By the time Biafra come, you will take your bag and baggage and go to northern Nigeria and enjoy your knot. Believe me, we will give you the opportunity.
Welcome. Thank you for joining us on today's program. I welcome everyone that has connected to this program, wherever you are connecting from. Please kindly like and share the program to all platforms, share to family and friends, share to everyone that is close to you. Make sure you invite somebody to join us on this program. It is very important. We have come once again, as we always do. Remember, in this platform, we don't come here for propaganda, for blackmail. We don't come here for saga. We don't come here to attack any man or woman. We do not come here for any other purpose except to preach the gospel of Biafra. That is why we are here. And we will continue to preach this gospel in truth and in sincerity. In this platform, we do not come here to promote violence, to promote hate, or to promote anything against humanity. All we do is to push forward and make sure that humanity is respected. I welcome every one of you once again. Thank you for joining us wherever you are joining from. As you join, invite somebody to join. We can understand the problem we are facing these days. We are facing a serious attack, and it is not new. What they are doing to us in the media today was done against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It was also done against Mazi Simon Ekpa. At a point in time, their platform will disappear. You will neither hear from them or see them. We have seen this kind of situation happen again and again. They try to cage us. They shadow ban our platform. Those who want to join us in the platform will not get notification. They will not even see when we come on and when we are not on. So this is an attack that is coming. It has been coming on and on from all angles. But that will not stop us from preaching the gospel. It doesn't matter when we come online, even if it is only one person that is here. My own duty is to present the program, talk to Biafrans, encourage the Biafrans, and let the message be in the hand of Chukwu Kabiamo to spread it. So wherever you are watching from, if you are joining us on TikTok, I welcome you. Thank you for joining. Tap the screen so that others can be able to be notified. If you are watching on Facebook, I welcome you. And if you are watching me on YouTube, where we are hosting the program, you are highly welcome and you know the right thing to do. Sharing the program in your platform, that is one thing you have to do. Ututu Oma, my beloved brothers and sisters that have joined, those who have been able to locate us and join at this point in time, I appreciate every one of you who have joined so far. I can see Pace Me, thank you for joining. My beloved brother OC Inc., you are always here as one of the formidable members of this very platform. sharing information and doing things the way it should be. I appreciate you, OC. You're welcome. Musa Afube, you're welcome. Moba Udoka, thank you so much for joining. Moba Udoka, I welcome you. Thank you so much for being part of the program. I can see my brother Kochux. You're welcome, my brother Kochux. Thank you so much for joining. Uche Onyende, thank you so much for joining. And every other person that is watching out there, whether you are commenting or not, wherever you are watching, whether I mention your name or I didn't mention your name, you are highly welcome. And I appreciate you for being part of this very program this morning. My fellow Biafrans, we have come once again to do what we have to do. Chukwudi Anyino, thank you so much for joining. Chukwudi, I appreciate you. We have to do what we have to do. Don't allow anything to distract you. As I said in my previous program, that sometimes when you look left, right, east, west, north, and south, you will see reasons to say, I will no longer be doing this. Sometimes, when you look around you, you will see reasons. You will say, in short, let me be where I am. But I tell you, at the same time, when you look around you, you will see thousands of reasons why you must stand firm and continue to fight, regardless the challenges, regardless the attacks, regardless the obstacles. And that is how it is. Sometimes when you look, you will begin to think, why am I doing what I'm doing? Why do I have to be wasting my time talking about this? Why do I have to be risking my life on this? Why do I have to be taking all these challenges? But at the same time, if you look critically, you will see different reasons why you must stand firm and continue to do what you are doing. My fellow Biafrans, every one of us must stand very strong. We must not give up. It does not matter what we see. More especially those of us on social media, we have a lot of reasons, so many discouragements, including from the people we are defending, including from the people we are seeing a lot of discouragement. There are certain things you will see sometimes when you come online, you will begin to wonder, why am I doing this? Why? But at the same time, if you have defined the journey for yourself and you know why you are where you are, whatever they say or what they do will not shake you. It will not shake you. In as much as we are human, sometimes it grips us. Sometimes you find it difficult to get an answer to the kind of things we hear and the kind of things we see. But at the same time, we must be very, very strong. That is the only way we can be able to overcome. If not for any other thing, when you look at the people who started this journey for us, the people that laid the foundation for us, the sacrifice they made, you will have a reason to say, let me hang on a little while. When you remember our supreme leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, what he has gone through and still going through up to this moment, when you see his situation now, you will have to calm down a little bit and say, let me give it a thought and wait. And that is why so many of us are still hanging on. I want you to always seek for that reason why you will continue to do what you are doing. And that is why I have always said it, that you define Biafra for yourself, because when you define Biafra for yourself, it will be much more easy for you to make up your mind on what you want to do. The challenges in the pursuit of independence of Biafra is not a joke. It's not a joke. It can cost you your business, it can cost you friends, it can cost you your life. But does it worth it? I can tell you, it worth it. It worth it. I understand we are humans. We are humans. Sometimes when you look at things, it becomes so unbearable. But at the same time, we have to continue to be hanging on and continue to pray to Chukwu Okike Abiama to give us the strength to hang on until we get to our destination. Very, very important. Is it going to be easy? It's not going to be easy. It's not a child's play. But when we look at our Prime Minister and our Supreme Leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, what they are going through, that is enough reason for us to take the bullet and wait until they join us. That is enough reason. That is why we must not hang in the towel. It doesn't matter where you are today. It doesn't matter which camp you belong. It doesn't matter who you think you are supporting or who you're not supporting. Wherever you are, I want you to always stand strong and focus on the real enemy. The distraction is getting so much. The distraction is, and it's going to get more. The distraction is going to get more terrible than you can ever imagine. That is why you must prepare yourself. The distraction is going to get worse than it is today. And that is why we are praying that our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Simon Ekpa, should join us as soon as possible. If not for any other thing, we look upon the sacrifice they have made. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu today have been suffering for the past 10 years, more than 10 years, in the hand of the Nigerian government. Inside and out, inside and out. Now he is there now in solitary confinement for how many years? And yet he never gave up. Remember that many people have lost their life because of this journey. Those we know their names, those we don't know their names. Some families have been wiped away because of this very journey. Some careers have been destroyed because of this very journey. Some businesses have been destroyed. Some families are in disarray because of this very journey. Our Supreme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu lost his two parents. They were buried on the same day because of this journey of Biafra. Up to this moment, he is still in the net, in solitary confinement because of this very journey. And he never gave up. He still has a very strong belief that we are going to get there. And he has bet his life that it is either he gets the Biafra or he dies in the process. Until you can make such kind of vow, like our Supreme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you cannot get anywhere. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was talking about men who were born for this mission. If you are born for this mission, wherever you are, you cannot lose your focus. There is one thing we should always remember. Every single one of us is chasing freedom. What we want is, there is nothing. I don't know whether if people, that sometimes I begin to imagine, is there any other thing that some people want apart from this freedom we are talking about? It baffles me sometimes. The way people speak, the way they talk, the way they act, the way they behave in this journey of restoration of Biafra, I begin to wonder, is there any other mission they have apart from this journey of Biafra? And this, my word, is applicable to every one of us, regardless the camp where you belong. Every single one of us. It doesn't matter the camp or who you support or who you don't support. Have you asked yourself why you are doing what you are doing, why you are where you are, why you are acting the way you are acting? Is there any other thing you are looking for that is different from what your brother is searching for? Is there any other mission you have than this single mission that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that all of us support, is pursuing? Is there any other thing? Even when we claim we love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we love Mazi Simon Ekpa, we follow them, we accept them, but yet in our attitude, in our character, in our behavior, in our speech, we don't look like them. Not even a little bit. These are men who have put their life on the line. If there is no reason, you will see these people suffering. Look at Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Prime Minister of the United States of Biafra. Mazi Simon Ekpa. This is a man that has made a life for himself. He has built a life that is prayer point of so many people. There are people today, their prayer point is to attain to that height he has gotten to. Their prayer, it can never get better than that. You living in a foreign land to attain that height where you can be able to be participating fully in the front line in government affairs. Many people are seeking for that opportunity. That is the prayer point of many people. You see people even go out to a war zone just to be in a very suitable, go to a war zone, fight in a war to succeed in order to have a better life, a better stance. So many die in the process and some succeed. This is a journey that our prime minister have passed through, gone through, built a career, a strong career, served in the military, after serving, entered into politics successfully, won an election as a councillor, only to abandon it and say it is time to return home. Only to abandon it and say it. And it baffles me when some people still come, they think it's about money. That Mazi Simon Eber is speaking about Biafra. And to my own knowledge, I begin to understand what kind of money does he want? What money does he want that he cannot acquire? With the level he has attained in Finland, what kind of money he will not acquire? If it is about money, the easiest way to make money today in the zoo is to join their politics. To join zoo politics, that is the easiest way. I don't see Biafran struggle as a way of making money. How much are you going to make in Biafra struggle? How much? Is it this $1, $5 they are donating, $50 they are donating? Is that how we're going to make the money? How, in God's sake, do you want to make this money in Biafra struggle? With the person or the level of Mazi Nandigan and Mazi Samanego who have built a life outside the country, and now they decide to fight, relax and fight for their home. What kind of money do they really want to make? If they were people who went through an illegal way, people who didn't have a job abroad, it's a different thing. If there were people who were stranded abroad, who didn't have a career in abroad, you say, okay, maybe they were doing that to be recognized and then something will be given to them in the team. But these are people with their level they have over there. If they decide to participate in Nigerian politics, it is an express. They are going to scale through, and that is where the money is. You and I know that the only place to have a gold mining of cash is Nigerian politics. And the easiest way to win it in Nigerian politics as a Biafran is to dance to the tune of Caliphate. So whoever is looking money will not be talking about Biafra. How much are you going to get from Biafran people? How much will Biafran people give to you? You think they give you money? You're wasting your time. But this man, Mazi Simon Ekpa Joko, and Mazi Nandigan, they left wealth and they focused on the freedom of the people. We saw the offer that was given to Mazi Nandigan. He said it by himself. He was given a vice president. He was promised an oil well. He was promised so many things. And he said, no, all I want is freedom for everyone, not just for myself. Allow my people to decide their fate. That's all I'm asking for. They came to Mazi Simon Ekpa. They said, we are going to make you the Dangote of Igbo land. And he blocked them and blocked the person they sent. Never to communicate to him again. They penetrated through his own friend to contact him. They would do that. He blocked them and blocked every contact that is coming from them. So you can understand that that's not about money. But those of us today that are here talking about them, claiming to support them, claiming to follow their template, what are you doing? How are you presenting that Biafra that these people are suffering for to the world? How are you presenting this Biafra to the world? How? Just tell me. How are you presenting it to the world? What does Biafra mean to you? What does Biafra mean to you as an individual? Forget about whether you are, I don't care the camp where you belong. I don't care who you say you want to support. Oh. I don't care the kind of brain you have, your orientation. Oh. What kind of Biafra do you really want? And when you say you want Biafra, what do you mean when you say you want Biafra? Can someone help us? It is high time we begin to ask these questions. When somebody come and tell you, oh, I'm a Biafra agitator. Oh, I want us to do this. Oh, we are part of this. We are this and that. Do you always ask him this critical question? What type of Biafra are you talking about? What type of Biafra are you talking about? From the look of things today, it is not everybody that is talking about Biafra that cares about Biafra. From the look of things today, with different sections and different departments and different people that are today clamoring for Biafra, you will understand that Biafra means different things to them. It means different things to them. For some people, it means a business. For some people, it means protection, for personal protection. For some people, it means popularity for them. What does Biafra mean to you? That is making you to continue to talk about it, continue to stick it in your head wherever it is being mentioned. We have suffered a lot to the extent that we have to begin to rethink and begin to change the way we do things. We have suffered so much. We have really, really suffered so much. I don't know what we are. For how long are we going to continue to go back and front, back and front, back and front, marking time? Why are some of us still busy deceiving themselves? Why is it difficult for us to accept each other? Why is it difficult for us to allow Biafra to come? Because from the look of things today, Biafra is here waiting for us. Biafra is there in open hand, waiting for us to embrace it. But so many of us have refused to embrace it. You have something in your hand and yet you are begging for it. We have seen many revelations, many confessions from pastors, from individuals who dreamt that they were told, the Biafra is in your hand, take it. It has been given to us. Look at us still shouting, we want it, we want it, we want it. Because we cannot identify the Biafra we're talking about. We can't identify it. So many of us have failed to identify that Biafra because of envy, jealousy, and greed, with pride. Pride, it's about power. It's about power. You want to exercise your strength. That all authority comes from you. When are we going to learn to do things the right way? Allow the spirit of Biafra to rule. Why do we always allow the enemy to use us against us? My fellow Biafrans, we have gotten to a stage where we need to advise ourselves. We don't need someone else to advise us. And because of what we are seeing happening today, that is about to happen, and will happen more, that is why I chose the topic that I chose today to discuss. If you look at my title, those who are watching me on YouTube, you are there on YouTube, you will see the title I chose. Biafrans, beware. Blackmail is a two-edged sword. It may win you the battle, but you lose the war. Biafrans, beware. Blackmail is a two-edged sword. It may win you the battle, but you lose the war. Blackmail may win you the battle, but you will lose the war. So many of us today are focusing on the battle. So many of us are focusing on individual battles. Individual battles. You are focusing on individual battles. That's just what you're focusing. And you focus on it. In the process of the battle, you use blackmail against your own brother, against your sister. This word I'm speaking today is general for everybody. I don't care where you belong. I don't care where you are. I don't care who you are. It's for every one of us as Biafrans to meditate over it. Because we are all involved. You can never achieve anything through blackmail. You can never achieve anything through blackmail. You cannot. And I don't know why it is difficult for us to understand. We have seen blackmail fail during the time of Mazen Nandekano. Blackmail failed woefully in the time of Mazen Nandekano, and it drew us back. It drew us back. It almost took the life of Mazen Nandekano. Blackmail. We saw blackmail in the time of Mazen Simon Ekpa. It destroyed everything and almost took his life. And we didn't learn. Up to today, we are still seeing blackmail on all the camps, every camp. Everybody is blackmailing each other. People, more especially those of us in media, we no longer have content. We can no longer come and speak without speaking against our brother or sister or looking for somebody to tear into pieces. So many of us, when you go to their content, you hardly find them say things, speak about the real enemy in the front line. So many of us in our platform, we don't talk about the real enemy in the front line. It is about us. And because that is the only thing that will draw audience to you. Discussing your brother or your sister will bring audience to you. And this blackmail is not doing us any good. It's not doing us any good. The blackmail you're seeing today. And everybody is involved in it. More especially Biafrans. Blackmail is a two-edged sword. It may win you a battle, but you lose the war. We have a great war ahead of us. So many of us are not thinking about that war. We are not concerned about that war. All we are concerned about is blackmail. And this message is for everybody, whether you are on the air, whether you are on the ground, as long as you are a Biafran, every one of us have to check our actions. Disease from blackmailing your brothers and your sisters. Disease from blackmailing your brother and your sisters. You are destroying what you are supposed to build. Blackmail has never ever done any good to us. For those who have been around from the time of Mazen Nandekano till this moment, you will testify that blackmail has never, in fact, it is the blackmail that still kept us to still be talking about Biafra today. If not for blackmail, Biafra journey would have ended for a long time. We would have solved this problem once and for all. But what we see in this journey of Biafra is that most of the time, people use blackmail to win a battle. When they are going against their brothers and their sisters, just to make a point, they will create anything they can ever create. They can say anything online, on video, without evidence. They can say anything. They don't look back when they are talking. Just to win a battle. You just want to win Biafrans to your side. You just want to see the Biafrans to say, oh, you are the one saying the truth. Because our people, some of us are stupidly emotional. Stupidly emotional. And they capitalize on that. Once you have an issue with your brother, the next thing is to cook up unfounded information and begin to dish it out there. Biafrans, we must beware. Blackmail is a two-edged sword. While you are busy trying to win a battle, we are losing the war, which is the major thing we should focus on. The war is what we should be. That is where our concern should be. How to win this war against our enemy, the Janjaweed. How to win this war should be our concern. How to win the war, not the battle. Not the battle you are staging between you and your brother. That is not where your focus should be. It is sad that we have not learned anything. And some of us are not paying attention to the past. So many things that happened in the past were a lesson, a great lesson to prepare us ahead of time for what is coming. But unfortunately, so many of us turn a blind eye and pretend they don't know what is happening. Unfortunately, so many of us continue to move in blindness. We are so consumed with our ego. We are so consumed with pride. We are so consumed with our own personal exaltation. When people call you, hail you, and give you names, you lose your senses and you begin to behave like you are God. And remember, Chukwu Okike Abiyama is a jealous God. Once you begin to feel too important, he's going to dump you. Chukwu Okike Abiyama will leave you. It's just a question of time. Once you begin to feel too important, he will leave you. Why are we creating opportunity for the enemies to penetrate? Why are we buying into the idea of the caliphate? Why are we not looking into the numerous positive things around us that we can be able to do together to get to our destination? Master Simon ever said we are going to change the script. Why don't we put our hands together and change the script? Let's put our hands together and change the script so that we can walk into our promised land in strength, in joy, and in power. What are you waiting for? Why are you still allowing blackmail and propaganda to occupy your mind and your heart? Informations that are unfounded. Informations you know very well that are untrue. And yet, you think by using those things to win the battle, you are going to scale through. There is no time when we need oneness and unity more than now. This is a very critical period, a very tough time. We are the highest peak. After the declaration of Biafra, the next thing we'll be focusing on is recognition and establishment, full restoration on the ground. And how do you get recognition? To get recognition, it is simple. How do you get recognition? Narrow it down to your own self, for you to recognize a person. What are the things you want to see in that person for you to recognize him or her? You as an individual. If somebody wants to, like those people who are parading themselves as this with different kinds of name and title. Those who are parading themselves with different names and title, what do you want to see in them before you recognize them? Do you just recognize them because they gave themselves big names? They carry big title, they ride big cars and pose and walk like a peacock. Is that why you recognize them? There are things you have to see in them for you to recognize them. And of course, I know my people, we, the Biafran people, you can't easily convince us. Biafrans are the hardest people to convince. We need to see what you do. You need to earn respect. So how are we going to earn respect from the people of the world, from other countries of the world, for them to recognize us? How do we earn respect? Are we going to earn respect by destroying ourselves? Are we going to earn respect by this constant blackmail that we see online? Constant blackmail that we see online from people who are in charge. You blackmail people under you, you blackmail people above you, you have an argument, disagreement, you turn to a blackmail, you begin to say things that are unfounded. For how long are we going to continue on that path? Just to win a battle, but at the same time, you are losing a great war. Why are we not focusing on the war that the enemy has declared against us? Our enemies are busy strategizing. Every day you wake up, you see their new program. The enemies are busy strategizing and investing money. You know, we don't have much fund. We don't have fund to challenge them. The enemies we are up against, they have all the money in the world. They have all the money in the world to fund what they're, but we don't have. The only thing we are supposed to have is that unity of purpose. That is the only strength we are supposed to have. But do we have it? I don't think so. Today, you see our enemies unveiling a new strategy of changing the narratives. And in that strategy of changing narrative, our people themselves are joining them. I just saw a video, that's a video I watched before I came online. That woman from Imo State that always go around at all. I didn't even see that video before I made the speech I made yesterday. When I said that some of these content creators in Igbo land are helping these people to promote their evil propaganda and they are being paid. That woman made the same statement in the video I watched before I started this program. That journalist in Imo State, that lady that always go to places to investigate, I've forgotten her name. I watch her program in VOP. This is the new agenda that Nigerian government is sponsoring today, headed by Soludo, to change the narrative. For the past years now, the whole world have known clearly that it is the Fulani Janjaweed that are terrorizing the citizens of Nigeria. They know that the Fulani Janjaweed are the ones sponsoring all the terrorist activities in Nigeria. All the kidnapping, they are involved. But we are seeing that the drug baron in Asserting today is trying to change the narrative. They have brought out money to change the narrative, to tell you that it is Igbo man that is creating the problem. It is Igbo man that is doing the kidnapping. And they are starting from your governor. From your governor. There was another video I watched. They are saying they want to go and bring back Bakassi. And I laughed. They say they want to go and bring Bakassi back again. That was the another video I watched, that they want to go and bring Bakassi, and I laughed. Which Bakassi you want to go and bring? Is it the same Bakassi they destroyed? Is it the same Bakassi they destroyed? The original Bakassi came, they destroyed it, and they brought fake. They brought fake that was controlled by the government. Which one are they going to bring? Because we know that when Bakassi came into the picture at the first time, they were independent on their own. The original Bakassi were independent. They don't listen to, they don't have anything to do with the government. All they need to do their work. Whatever power they were using to work is against anything illegal. Anything illegal, shedding of blood, all those hiki backside, they don't support it. They were working. They don't say they focus on only poor people. You focus on only people that steal granite and come on the road. The original Bokassi were focusing on the main criminals, the sponsors, those who are sending those criminals, sponsoring them, who are using them. They were taking them out. And the government saw that this thing is out of hand. They can't control it. They were going after the real culprits. But when the government saw that the Bakassi was not listening to them, because most time the people they captured, they will be getting call from the government house, from Abuja, everywhere. Release him. Oh, he's not release him. We know several times when they went into battle with Bakassi, and Bakassi refused to release those men because these people are guilty. They are the main sponsors of the problem. But what did the government do? They drove away the real Bakassi, and they brought their own kind of Bakassi, their own type of Bakassi that will listen to government opinion. And when they came, they began to massacre innocent children. They focus only on the young, innocent ones that got into crime out of poverty, out of frustration. And it was bloodletting everywhere. They began to use them as a political thug and all what. And it was all story. And today, somebody is coming to say they want to bring Bakassi. Bakassi to Bakassi what? What are they going to do? What are they going to do? Anybody that cares about life in Biafra land today should only think of how to restore Biafra, how to unite the Liberation Army of Biafra, how to support the Liberation Army of Biafra. It doesn't matter the camp where they are. Every member of the Liberation Army that wants to fight genuinely should fall under the Liberation Army of Biafra. They should all stay in one place and speak in one voice and channel to one cause. Not forming security outfit. Look at Anambra State. Soludo, how many security outfits has Soludo formed since he came there? More than 3. Udugachi was there. They did nothing, only to create chaos and subject Anambarians into more poverty. He brought in Ndakodo. Ndakodo was against his own people, destroying the youth, breaking their legs and paralyzing them. But the main culprits, they did nothing. There was a video I saw. One of the security outfits in Anambra State, the person that is in that security outfit leading them, their leader is a native doctor. They said that guy is a right-hand man of Akwakoko, second in command of Akwakoko, leading a security outfit. And his guy is the one you are detaining, that he's committing crime. And you think that his second in command is not involved in the crime. He doesn't know about the crime he's committing. Blackmail will not help us. Every one of us as Biafrans, we need to be channeling our energy to the right source. We have a bigger problem before us. And it is high time we focus on that problem. Don't say you are not warned. Don't say you are not told. The enemies is at the door. The enemies are at the gates. Blackmail is a two-edged sword. It may win you the battle, but you lose the war. You want to win a battle and lose the war, which is the main thing. The war, which is the main obstacle. You lose the war and you win just a battle between you and your brother, between you and your sister. In the name of winning the battle, the war is already lost. That is what we are seeing today. Go to many platforms today. So many of us are engaged. We are engaged with internal conflict. We are just engaged in internal conflict. We don't even have time to spend again on the real enemy. We no longer give the real enemy attention, and they are enjoying their free day, creating strategies. And you are not worried. If you are not, I am worried. I am worried. That is why I have chosen the path I have chosen, and I will continue to speak for as long as I have life. I will continue to air my opinion. I will air my opinion. And whatever I say in my platform will stand for me or against me when the time comes. It's either it stands for me or against me. So I have no apology for whatever I say on my platform. I take responsibility for anything I say. And if you feel you're not okay with it, you have a superior argument, bring it on. Bring it on. I have followed this very struggle for a very long time. And I know that blackmail will never lead you to anywhere. Blackmail will never lead you to anywhere. We have to try to see a way or means of stopping this internal conflict. Even if we don't stop it completely, to reduce it to the barest minimum, more especially from the top. More especially those who are on the top. You must pay attention. Pay attention and work on this internal conflict. If you don't, then you are creating room for chaos. Those at the top. If you don't, you are creating more room for distraction and delay in the restoration of Biafra. Just have that at the back of your mind. You are creating more room for delay. You can't stop it. You can't stop. Nobody can stop the coming of Biafra. Nobody. No human being will. When the time comes, you can't stop it. No matter how you try. You can try and try and try for all I care, but I bet you cannot stop it. Biafra will come. Whether you support it or you don't support it, whether you agree with it or you don't agree, Biafra will definitely come. And the release of Mazen Nandekano and Mazen Samanaka must happen. It doesn't matter. Whether you agree or you don't agree, they will definitely be released. Because they have not committed any crime. They didn't commit any crime. What they did is what every normal human being that is oppressed should do. Self-determination is something that is inbuilt on every human being. Self-determination is inbuilt on every human being. That is why when a man grows of age, he walks away from his father's home and builds his own palace, be in his own home, answer his own name. Likewise, a woman, once a woman gets of age, she moves out from her family and begins to create her own family. You cannot hold people hostage for too long. Even your own child, you can't hold your child hostage. How much more a people like the Biafrans? You cannot. We are walking away, and nobody is going to stop us. We are living the zoological republic of Nigeria. Whether they like it or they don't like it, we are going to live. And we should do what we have to do to stop creating room for this delay. A journey that we are supposed to make in few years is taking longer than expected. And the journey is taking longer because we have created room for it to be that long. It is high time we change the way we do things. It is high time we begin to think on different directions. It is high time we try as much as possible to reduce this internal conflict. There must be internal conflict. Nobody says there will not. There will always be. Yes, I know there will always be, but it is getting out of hand. We must have to work out a way to reduce it. We must look for a way to reduce it. Blackmail is a two-edged sword. It may win you a battle, but you lose the war. Our most focus is the war ahead of us. The Zoological Republic of Nigeria have declared war upon the Biafran people. It is not a propaganda, not a blackmail. The war was declared before the whole world. Everybody saw it. They declared war on Biafran people. And since then, they have unleashed mayhem in Biafrans. All we are doing today is to fight and defend ourselves. We should not allow ourselves to get distracted from that defense. We must not allow ourselves to be distracted. Every single one of us should be able to focus. No matter the challenges, in the midst of that challenges, find a reason. Find a reason to stand firm. find a reason to continue to pursue your freedom. That is why I am using the message of Master Simon Eba throughout this week. That message of changing the script. It is high time we change the script. We need to. We have to. The time is now, not tomorrow. We need to change the script and stop playing into the hand of the Janjaweed. Stop helping the Nigerian government to push their own evil agenda, to make us hate ourselves, to make us see the negative side of us instead of the positive. It is very important at this particular point in time. And we will go back to that message once again before we proceed.
Tremendous impact on how we feel about ourselves. The meaningfulness we get out of our lives, and of course, our behaviors. Nigeria has impacted your life, and today you are branded with so many negative names to point that you are scared of your own freedom. Nigeria has done that. They impact you with all manner of thoughts. You become scared of yourselves to the point that you as a Biafran is scared of having your own freedom. And they do that, and they stay by the side, and they laugh at you. They say, look at them. They thought they are educated. We have impacted this particular low self-esteem on them, and look at how they brand each other. Why the terrorists are coming, carrying gun. You have never seen the Fulani man or the federal government branding the Fulanis that are killing your military, killing your personnel, wiping villages, branding them with bad names. They call them criminals. Ordinary criminals, they call them. They call them criminals. Some of you in the struggle have called me criminal. That is the same value that the Fulani attached to the terrorists that you see bombarding Abuja yesterday. Yet you call yourself a brainy person. Why this state of the nation has become necessary is because we are changing the script. And we are going to change this script by force. We are going to change it in this armed struggle. If you do not know that we have entered armed struggle, we are declaring the armed struggle today, in case you don't have knowledge about that. We are into armed struggle. For our freedom. I want you to understand that Nigeria impacted you, impacted your life, and today you branded with so many negative names to the point that you are scared of your own freedom because of the negative impact of Fulani government policies in your life. Only Biafra can solve this problem. That as Biafra using Nigeria passport, you are treated as a criminal or as a terrorist, while you are not one of them. Yet, your low self-esteem could not allow you to support Biafra. You are scared of what Biafra would be. You are scared of the lies and the propaganda that they manipulated you into. I want every one of you watching me today on this State of the Nation broadcast to think that the impact of tunnel vision focus on the negative and how this can make matters worse than they are. They create more stress. They create more stress, increase insecurity, and we end up engaging in behaviors that are untimely disconnected from our values. Today, some of you have completely disconnected, even with your so low self-esteem and your insecurity on supporting Biafra. You have been disconnected from the value that made you who you are as a Biafran. Yes, a vicious circle. Nigeria has given all this as a failed state. What I'm telling you today is fact. We do not mince word. Nigeria has given all these things I've said as a failed state. This is the impact of Nigeria in your life. A failed state. Today, when the Fulani terrorists were attacking Abuja, all of you were running scatter. Some of you that build one bacha in Abuja, in the area where they attacked, you ran for your life. And the government were not there to help you. Because I want you to understand that no, the presence of Biafrans in that area are much. Just the way when they attacked church in Yoruba land, all of you were shouting, they have attacked Yoruba, they have attacked Yoruba church. Do you know the number of Biafrans that were casualties or victims in that church attack is higher than the number of Yorubas? Have you forgotten that almost all the people that were interviewed as a victim of that church attack were all Biafrans? Igbo-speaking Biafrans. Are you not aware? That is why we are now addressing every Biafran across Nigeria. A failed state without strong governance that plunge into disorder. Nigeria is an example of that. Violence and sponsoring terrorism against its own people and citizens. Nigeria, being a failed state, must end by 2000.
You have heard our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa in that message. That message was a word of encouragement and advice for us to see the potentials in ourselves. We must not always focus on the negative side of us. See the positive side of your brother and your sister and speak more of the positive side of your brother and your sister. Don't capitalize mainly on the negative. Everybody, we must not always focus on the negative. We continue to find fault. With any little opportunity, we seek for fault. And the next thing it will lead us to is blackmail. And we begin to fight a battle just to win that battle. And you forget that you will win that battle, and at the same time, you lose a war. In this journey of Biafra, we have used blackmail to drive away strong men and women that have come genuinely with their hearts to fight for us. People that have come genuinely with their hearts to fight. Right from the time of Mazen Nandekan, there were many genuine men that came to work with Mazen Nandekan. And the same people who were there to work with them blackmailed them out of the struggle. Today, you see, there's one of them. There's a broadcaster that is shouting everywhere online, shouting everywhere, calling them blackmailers. They are blackmailing. They are blackmailing. What she said is true, and she knew what they were doing then was a blackmail. She knew very well that what they do, but she, for personal interest, she decided to join them. But today, she's the one in the front line today talking about blackmail. They are blackmail. You think I will join you? I'll never join you people again. You people are blackmailers. Does it mean that she just find out now? She didn't find out now. She knew, and she was part of that blackmail. Only when it reversed and they began to blackmail her herself. When they turned the blackmail on herself, then she now realized, oh, that's too bad. That is why I always say, when you see a lie, don't support it. Even if it is against your enemy, do not support lie. Do not promote a lie, even if that a lie is meant to promote you. Even if you're going to benefit anything from it, don't support a lie, because it's going to come back to haunt you. It is going to come back to haunt you. When I see that sister, the way she shouts on media today, with all the vein in her face coming out, the seriousness in her, the anger in her, of how they blackmailed her. Now they want her to come back. She can never, she said they are blackmailers, bunch of call them different kinds of names. That she will never ever join them again. But while she was there, she knew. She didn't just know that it was all blackmail yesterday. She knew it was all about blackmail. She joined them to blackmail innocent Biafrans. Innocent Biafrans. And this has been going on and on. We have lost many strong men that came with their heart. Many strong men that came with their heart genuinely to fight for Biafra. They were blackmailed out of the struggle. These are people that came with their hearts. Look at Mazi Simon Ekpa. If not that Mazi Simon Ekpa have extra grace upon him like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, these are two individuals that have extraordinary grace. They have extraordinary grace because everything was thrown at them. Everything was thrown at them. Even the people they trusted turned 160 degrees and began to fight them. But yet, they never gave up. They never gave up. But strength is not the same. Gifts are not the same. So everybody is at their own level. There are people that can stand this blackmail, and there are people that cannot stand it. This same blackmail is what is making some people not to join us today. There are people today, they love Biafra deep down in their heart. They love it within them, inside them. But for them to come out and speak or come and project themselves or present themselves, they will not. When they sit back and see the way you are treating the people that are in the struggle today, when they see the way the people who have came in to help were treated, if they see the way people who came in to help were treated and they were dismissed, when you call them, they say no. No, they are not ready. They're not ready. It doesn't mean that they hate Biafra. They want it, but we have made the environment very toxic for some people to join. Some of us have made the environment very, very toxic. That when you tell some people to join, they say, oh, I beg, oh boy, forget that one first. I don't get power. It is not a good thing. In the quest to win a battle, we throw anything, forgetting that while we are trying to win the battle, we are already losing a war, which is cementing a war that is waged against me, against you, against each and every one of us. A war that is before us, we are losing it. This message today is not centered on anybody. It is for every single Biafran, no matter the camp you belong. No matter the camp you belong, because every one of us is involved in this. So many of us, only few people that are not involved in it. So many of us are part of this idea of blackmail. So once you get engaged in an argument with somebody, once you disagree with somebody, the next thing to blackmail you, either will call you one name or the other, begin to create lies and formulate one thing or the other. Begin to make campaign against you. Begin to tarnish your image and paint a picture that never existed anywhere. And you think that will get you Biafra. You think that is part of the pursuit of Biafra. It is not. It is not. You are only fighting a battle, a personal battle you want to win, but you are losing a war. For every single soul that steps out, you are losing a man, because every one of us have something to offer. We have something to offer. Every one of us, the rich, the poor, the old, the young, men, women, educated, uneducated, everybody have a role to play. Just like in the multi-dimension that we are using today to restore Biafra. In that multi-dimension, you will always find a place where you fall in. In civil disobedience, people in the homeland are fully in charge of the civil disobedience, and they are holding on to it. They are holding on to it. That civil disobedience sit at home every single Monday. The people in the homeland are holding on to it against all odds, against all the attack, propaganda, and blackmail. They are paying that price. It comes to the administration. The government have to take the responsibility of doing what they have to do. When it comes to diplomacy, in diplomacy, the government is in charge. When it comes to armed struggle, self-defense, the men on the ground has to be there. The men on the ground has to be there. And that is where we are getting a very huge challenge. The men on the ground is where we are having a great and massive challenge. And I am begging for anybody that is in the homeland serving the Liberation Army, please think about our collective interests. No matter your anger, no matter what I've done to you, there are certain things you must not do, and there are certain things you must not say. No matter how angry you are, learn to be silent in certain issues. Don't just talk. Don't talk. There are certain things you will see. Even though they lied against you for a certain reason, you just allow. It's not in all cases you respond. It's not in all cases you respond. Because the Biafrans know the truth and the Biafrans are watching. There are certain things that somebody will say about you. You don't need to talk. Because people know and people can be able to get an answer for themselves. You don't respond to everything. There are certain things you see, you do not respond. More especially, those responses you know that will be chaotic, that will create confusion, that will bring a disrepute to what we are fighting for. When you see such things, you don't respond. We don't wash our linens in the market. We know that there are people who are watching. There are many people who are observing our platforms. They go to every platform where, or any video where it's talking about Biafra to search for information. It's not everybody that come here now to watch me are here to learn about Biafra or to get the right. Some of them are coming to find fault. Some of them are coming to find fault to see what I'm going to say that I'm going to cut out and use for their own content. And some are going to look for what I'm saying to see if they can be able to pin Biafra down from what I've said. That is why we have to be very cautious. Mainly at this time of recognition. We are seeking for recognition. What kind of Biafra do you want the world to recognize? I ask again. What kind of Biafra do you want the world to recognize? What are you presenting to them? You as an individual. You as a person, assuming you are the one Biafra. Just ask yourself, assuming you are you that's watching me, assuming you are the one that is Biafra. What are people going to see in you and say, okay, let's recognize this man as Biafra? I am talking about each and every one of us as an individual. Forget about the collective. Now, as each and every one of us, you that is watching me, you there. What is somebody going to see in you and say, I recognize Biafra? Check within yourself. Is there anything somebody can see in you and say, because of this guy, I think the Biafra people have a point. Because of this man, I think Biafra people, or people will say, if Biafra is this type that this man is talking about, God forbid. Or people will say, because of this man, instead of me to follow Biafra, let me remain in Nigeria. What are people saying about you and Biafra? How are people seeing Biafra through you? How are they seeing it through you? Tell yourself the truth. Tell yourself the truth. How are they seeing Biafra through you? Both the international communities, your fellow Biafrans, the Zoological Republic called Nigeria, the one Nigerians, other African countries, people who are not Biafrans, who are hearing about Biafra for the very first time, when they see you, will they support Biafra? When they come across your video, your messages, they come across you, your behavior, are they still going to approve or support Biafra? Ask yourself. When you ask yourself that question and tell yourself the truth, because the worst thing you can do is to lie to yourself. When your own problem have gotten to the extent of lying to yourself, you are getting to an irredeemable state. When you have gotten to the level of lying to yourself, you have approached the irredeemable state, and I can't help you. But if you can tell yourself the truth, and you discover that you are not representing well, please change your attitude. It's not late. And if you feel you are representing well, kudos, go ahead, do it even more. My fellow Biafrans, this war before us is a war that we must win. It doesn't matter how long it takes. We must win it. There is no other hope out there for us. If you are a Biafran from the old southeastern region, the present south-south, southeast, lower Kogi and lower Benue, there is no other hope for you except Biafra. It is only in Biafra you can strive. Only in Biafra you can get the security you are desperate for. Only in Biafra you're going to get the good economy you seek for, the respect you seek for. There is no other choice. The only remedy, and that is why we have to present it accordingly to the whole world, through our actions, through our word and behavior, online and offline. As we are presenting Biafra to the world as the only remedy, we must make sure we correct our part and do what we have to do. It is a very strong task, but a task that we must have to do if we want freedom. Freedom doesn't come cheap. It comes with sacrifice. And our own is much more tough because we are seeking for freedom from our fellow black people. That is the hardest thing to do. If it were to be from the West, at a point in time, the men of conscience are going to come in and they begin to think differently. But when you are seeking for your freedom from a fellow black man, you're going to go extra mile. You have to add extra strength. That is how bad it is. The pursuit of our freedom is not like what you saw in South Africa. It is not. Our own is much more terrible because everything is thrown at us. The Western influence is there with the Fulani Caliphate and Janjaweed and the greedy fools and cabals who have come together to make sure that they continue to milk the whole people. People that don't have conscience. You see politicians stealing the money that their generation unborn cannot finish. The money that the Nigerian politicians are stealing is money that their generation cannot finish. That is what they steal. I don't know this. In this world, highest you will live 100 years. Highest 100, even at that 100, you are even tired already. After 100, you are tired. What are you to enjoy? You're not enjoying anything anymore. You are just there. And somebody will steal something that he and his generation unborn cannot finish. And yet he's not done. Oh, he's not done. I just saw a program where they were doing where one of that Senator Kazaure or whatever, Senator Kazaure was still speaking and writing to Tinubu about the money that was stolen by Buhari and co. The money they stole, hundreds of trillions. We are not talking of millions, so we're not talking of billions, so trillions. That is what the Buhari regime stole. That is just one. We have had revelations of the money that Abba Kyari family took. This money, all of them are in trillions, billions, dollars. These are money that can change a nation. There are some countries that don't have that amount. There are some countries that don't have such cash with them. The money that can change a nation. One particular individual will steal it. And he's not going to use it, though. He will take it and go and put in a foreign economy. You will take the money to go and put in a foreign economy to be helping them out. They'll be using your money to build their own nation. Meanwhile, in your own village, beggars are in the street. In front of your house, when you are driving in, you will see beggars with plates begging you. And it doesn't touch your heart. You can't even build a house for those beggars are homeless. You can't even build a house where they can stay and you feed them, knowing fully well that you are the one that stole their destiny. That is how bad Nigeria is. That is how bad Nigeria is. And the situation is, we are talking about what Buhari stole. Today, as we speak, the drug baron in Asserting is stealing 3 times, 4 times what Buhari have stolen. By the time he leaves, it is the same cry. Any new government comes, oh, they will cry, the past government stole money. Oh, they will cry. But there will be no probe, there will be no recovery, and it will continue to get worse. When you look at all these things that are happening, why wouldn't you have patience, endure, and fight for Biafra? Why wouldn't you overlook your greed, your envy, your jealousy, your pride, and fight for Biafra? Why wouldn't you come down from your high horses and listen to your brothers and sisters? Allow people to air their opinion. Why would you be blackmailing people right, left, and center? Seeing all these things, if you genuinely want to be free, why would you be focusing on winning a battle when there is a war before you? Why do you focus on winning a small battle when there is a war, a heavy war before you? Biafrans, beware. Blackmail is a two-edged sword. Blackmail is a two-edged sword. It may win you a battle, but you lose the war. I want us to listen to Mazen Nandekano a little while I take a little break before we continue again.
Do not capitulate. What makes you think that we are going to capitulate? Impossible. Maybe your father is a permanent secretary, or maybe minister, or maybe commissioner, or maybe eating from Hopus or Dave Romahi. Maybe they gave you a contract. All of you. Nobody is stopping you from enjoying whatever you're enjoying with government. But allow those fighting for their freedom to fight for their freedom. You have no right to intervene.
Did you hear that? Allow those that are fighting for freedom to fight for freedom. Nobody is stopping you from doing whatever you are doing with the government. And this message is to those of us Biafrans who feel that fighting against Biafra restoration is the only thing that can make them relevant. Fighting against Biafran restoration, they channel their energy. Somebody like this one they call APs, Hope Uzodimma, and Seibo. Go ahead, do whatever you want to do with your Nigerian government, but allow us to fight for our freedom. Allow us to fight for our freedom. Nobody's stopping you. Nobody's stopping you from all those your rubbish you are doing with your government. But allow us to fight for our freedom.
Even in nature, nature do not capitulate. What makes you think that we are going to capitulate? Impossible. Maybe your father is a permanent secretary, or maybe minister, or maybe commissioner, or maybe eating from Hope Uzodimma or Dave Romahi. Maybe they gave you a contract. All of you. Nobody is stopping you from enjoying whatever you're enjoying with government. But allow those fighting for their freedom to fight for their freedom. You have no right to intervene. Allow me to read on the 31st. If you come outside, you will die. If you're a road transporter, if you're a transport worker or whatever, you know how people behave. They want to try. Who can tell me what to do? I'm going to drive. That day you will perish. On the 31st, you will perish. So that when you die and go to the world beyond, you will meet the likes of Ikonso, and they will even deal with her. They're dealing with that idiot at Atahiru right now. Do you understand me? The era of our idiocy has come and gone. All that, the era of the Fulefu has finished in 2021. If you finish writing all your rubbish, on Monday you will sit at home. On Monday you will be inside your house. Because there are places in our land where foolishness is in very high supply. Omaha is one of them. One of the most foolish places we have on this earth is Omaha, my so-called hometown. Very foolish people. That was the last headquarters of Biafra before Biafra fell. But they are very, very foolish. But on Monday, we are going to teach them a lesson on Monday. Let them come out again to go to Ban Market, to go and open shop. I want anybody, any chairman of any market that is opened, any market you open, the chairman will hear from us. In Biafra land, any market you open, you will hear from us. People, no wonder we are suffering. You would have no appreciation of the sacrifice of the dead. You think everything is mercantilism, is buying and selling. You convert every situation into a currency. You always look at the monetary value of every circumstance you find yourself in. That is why we have saboteurs and traitors within. They want to convert their position into money so that Abuja can recognize them and come and give them money. They will get all of you one after the other.
They are still doing it.
You will see what will happen to you. Worry is Biafra land. They must join the lockdown. Asaba always complies. Asaba will comply. I want Calabar to be locked down as well, everywhere, because we all died together. To Janjaweed, we're all Nyamri. That's how they see us. Ken Serowa has been forgotten, hasn't he? Nobody remembers Ken Serowa anymore. Because we cannot come together to fight. But the time has come. We must come together to fight everywhere. Can you imagine? Do you think that a Southern Commissioner of Police in Kano will tell them what to do? They will cut off his head that same night. But an idiot can come to our land and tell us what to do. They will give money to punch this way, give money to all these corrupt journalists. They will write whatever rubbish. And you're claiming you're serving the people when you're serving the enemy. The Nigerian army cannot fight any war or battle. They are cowards. Anytime they are defeated, they will go to the nearest village to look for who to kill. I was told that they plan to go to Ihiala tonight because they are cowards. Go to the bush and look for people who are looking for you. You're going from house to house, doing showman, gara gara, as if what you're doing on the road affects people in the bush. You think they give a damn about what you're doing on the road? If you like, go to a village and bomb it till the kingdom come. It cannot stop men from the bush from coming out to do their work.
They are still doing it today.
And for the very first time on the 31st, in the next 2 days, I will give the order. If there is any stupidity anywhere, I will give the order for ESN to leave the bushes and come out on the streets. When you defeat the Nigerian army, they will go after civilians. That is why I am warning tonight. Nobody should go out, please. After 6 p.m. every blessed day. You know, our people are very stubborn. If you're a young man or woman, you go out in the night, they will kill you. If you don't stay, if you leave the roads open, lockdown. We must remember those that made it possible for us to be alive today. We know that in Aba, they are there. The Zoo soldiers, fallen terrorists in uniform, they are camped. These are Boko Haram people that they've not Boko Haram. In fact, this is what are they called again? Al Shabaab. They are camped in Aba now, in a hotel at Ungwa Road, by a place they call Amanketa. In and around Owerri. Do not go out at night. Leave the road open for men to engage them because they are cowards. They always take out their frustrations on civilians. That's if one idiot was writing, I don't like to be killed. Remember Sakibian, but they have been chased away from every Sharia state in the north. Attacked and chased away. Once in a while, you will see channels TV. They will write, we killed 10 Boko Haram today. Have you ever seen them before write and say, we've killed ISIS before? You people that cannot reason very well. What does that tell you about the relationship between these terrorist governments and ISIS in West Africa? But your brain will not go there, will it? After all, you're in these UG black people. What do you know? Your brain can never get there. I'm asking you, have you ever seen them write on the pages of newspapers that they successfully engaged ISIS in West Africa province? No, never. They always say it's Boko Haram, Boko Haram, Boko Haram, because them and ISIS are working in tandem. A terrorist government. A terrorist as a police commissioner in the East telling us what to do after killing us. Should I say 5 million of us many, many years ago. Every informant in Biafra land will be identified, arrested, and dealt with. I can assure you of that. I know that Dave Umahi is serving Fulani interest in our land. Ever since we drove away his Mieti Ala friends, he has been at the forefront of the arrest and execution of many young people in Ebonyi State. This evil man even had the presence of mind to ask people not to remember the dead. Are we just remembering them for nothing? They fought and died for us. Even on every January the 15th, the zoo called Nigeria will remember their soldiers. And you're asking us not to remember those that saved our lives. Without them today, who knows? Maybe I'll be answering Ahmed. Who knows? We must honor them. As somebody wrote now on Instagram, a word is enough for the wise. It's another one we put on the 31st. You know the way we love dead bodies. Your obituary will happen. At least we'll go there and eat rice.
My fellow Biafrans, we have had why I play the voice of Mazen Nande Kanu most of the time is for us to know where we are coming from. Some of the challenges we are facing today has been there. Even when Mazen Nande Kanu was around, most of these challenges were there. And I believe we're supposed to have learned a lot of lessons from then till now. For those who are just joining us, there is still a ground for you to learn your lesson. There is still a ground for you to pay attention. We must never give up. No matter how difficult it is, I understand the situation. I know the time that we're in. But we must not give up. It doesn't matter how difficult it sounds. Am I going to tell you that it's easy? It is not easy, and it will never ever be easy. It will be much more difficult than you can ever imagine going forward. From day one, we were never promised an easy ride. Mazin Nandekano never promised us an easy ride. Mazin Simon Ekpa didn't promise an easy ride. And today we are not seeing an easy ride. But every one of us must to hang in there. Hang in there. Don't give up. Don't throw in the towel. No matter what happens, there is still light at the end of the tunnel. The target is Biafra. Whatever they are doing today is to stop you and I. Whatever they are doing today is to discourage you and I. As they are bringing in different strategies, new strategies daily, you yourself have to also be strategizing. We do not have to allow the enemies to take over. We must not allow the enemies to overcome us. Every one of us should continue to pray for our supreme leader, Mazen Nandekano, and our Prime Minister, Mazi Samarebo, on a daily basis for them to join us as soon as possible. We cannot fight this battle alone. We need as many hands as possible. We need every hand to be on deck to push for this very last time. We need everybody to be on board to push for this very last time so that we can get to our destination. Always remember and beware. Blackmail is a two-edged sword. It may win you the battle, but you lose the war. So whenever you are focusing on the battle, blackmailing your brother, blackmailing your sister, it doesn't matter the camp they belong. It doesn't matter where they are. Make sure you are speaking the truth. Don't blackmail anybody. Once you see the truth, stand on it, speak that truth. That is how to win the war. Mazen Nandekano was able to destroy the zoo based on truth. Today he is in their territory, yet they cannot prosecute him. Mazen Simon Ekpa was able to stand on international ground to engage the Zoological Republic. Today, they cannot be able to sentence him yet because they have nothing against him and he has not committed a crime because his informations are based on truth. What about you? The informations you are sharing, you are passing out, are they truth? Do you exactly know what you are saying? If you don't have the real information, it is not compulsory that you must say something. There is no law that says every one of us must do this or do that. No, no, no. When you don't have information, you can keep silent. When you're not sure about something, don't join the bandwagon of the blackmailers. Don't. Before you share a video, make sure you know what that video is talking about. When you are sharing a propaganda video, you are equally encouraging that propaganda in one way or the other. You are helping them to share blackmail video. You are sharing from that blackmail in one way or the other. Don't get involved in it. I pray that Chukwu Okukabiam will touch our heart and we can be able to retrace our path. And I also plead to the Liberation Army of Biafra on ground. To him whom much is given, much is expected. A lot is on your shoulder. Whichever camp you think you are, let your target be Biafra. Let your target be Biafra. Don't get involved in this blackmail issue. Don't get involved in blackmail propaganda because your own case is much more delicate because you're in the war front. The gods of the land is standing with you. And whenever you step away from the covenant, the God of the land will desert you. And it's going to be very, very, very bad. If you're fighting in the front line for the Biafran people, make sure you are standing on the truth. Always remember, it is about Biafra. The freedom that belongs to you belongs to me. Our collective interest, not for one personal interest of a person. You cannot destroy the entire Biafra land because of one person. It doesn't happen. It doesn't work that way. The gods of the land will not support you on that way. Our prayer will continue to go for all of you. Those who are fighting in the front line for Biafra in Biafra land. May Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to guide you, protect you, secure you. And may the God of the land continue to direct you aright. I pray that you will open your heart for the truth. Open your heart for the gods of the land to direct you, and you do the right thing you're supposed to do. Do not speak in anger. Do not act in anger. Are people going to provoke you? Definitely you'll be provoked. You'll be provoked. People can speak so many things about you, but I bet you, just wait a little while. Wait for a little while. You'll be vindicated. Overreaction is not going to solve the problem. I appreciate everyone that have been with us on this program today. May Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to guide us and protect us. And please, please, mind how you speak, what you speak. Mind where you go. Mind the platforms you go and people you're listening to. Mind the informations you share. Some of us, we don't even look at information before we share. We just see a video in a platform we share without even listening what the video is talking about. Before you share a video, pay attention to listen at least. Know the content of that video before you share. Because when you help to promote propaganda or lies, or you help to share information that's going to cause confusion, you will share from the punishment when it comes. May Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to guide and protect every one of us, more especially our brothers and sisters in Biafra land. I pray that the grace of Chukwu Okike Abiama will be with them. None of us will be lost. At the end of this very warfare, we are going to look back, we will check, and nobody will miss it. No accidental bullet will touch any one of us. Anytime we are going out, if it is happening in the front, we'll be at the back. If it is happening at the back, we'll be in the front. Chukwu Okike Abiama will build a wall of fire around all of us, wherever we are, more especially people in Biafra land. I pray that every one of us will be alive and raise the flag of Biafra together. Wherever you are as a Biafran, I plead with every one of us, never give up, no matter how hard it is, no matter how difficult it is, never give up. We must do what we have to do for us to get to where we need to get to. You're welcome, my brother Max. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you so much, Max. Forgive me. It's like you are rounding up.
Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead. Make your submission.
Okay. Thank you so much. I am so sorry, for coming late. Yesterday I was struggling to come in. The connectivity here was very, very bad because of the weather. Our weather is like snow want to fall in Ghana. I don't know what is going on.
You don't mean it.
And if snow fall in Ghana now, we are not prepared for it. Yes, we have light, but not every house has a warmer to warm this thing. Because the way it is, since yesterday, I've been wearing winter jacket that I bought in Brazil when I went to Brazil.
Wow, is Ghana that cold?
Yeah, it's very, very cold now. The place is very, very cloudy, misty, as if snow wants to fall, though. But there are some other places in Ghana here too that, in fact, if you get to the place like Eastern region, the Eburi Akosobo area, the Eburi side, that is Eastern region. When you get to that place, brother, it's as if you are well over 6,000 feet above sea level. And as you are climbing, they will be showing you the height where you are. And over there, as I'm talking to you, this is 11:10. When you are there, you see cloud passing over you. You see cloud passing over you. So that is how hide that place in the eastern region. So that is how it is. So, may God continue to bless you for this great job that you are doing. May God bless Mazin Namdekano Simon Ekpa. May God bless our able leader, the lioness, Dr. Ngasan Rabeza, and everything that she is doing. And I pray, with or without support from anybody, with or without blackmail, may Chukwu Okike Abiyama give her the strength to continue to do what she is doing. The reason why I came in here is just this. I don't care about any blackmail. Blackmail or no blackmail will never stop Biafra from coming. No matter what, it is only a fool or someone who is not grounded with the discerning spirit and be able to recognize when people are tricking him or her that will fall into this cheap blackmail. If you fall into cheap blackmails, then you do not know who you are. You don't know where you are coming from and what you are fighting. Procedures are procedures. Foundations are foundations. Blueprints are blueprints. These are set out, policies that you must uphold, whether the former leader that is there or not. These are rules and systems that you need to follow. Are we not following it? Is Dr. Ngasan Arabeze not following the procedures, the principles as it was? Is there anything that she has done that is not in line with what the United States of Biafra stands for? If she is not, please tell me. Someone should tell me. Yesterday, I tried to enter into our brother Mazi Kelena's platform when people were coming in there to speak. But I respect him so much. But when you say you are independent platform, I don't quite get it, because that is what I tried to speak yesterday. I don't want a situation where someone, this is my own opinion, and I'm not forcing it on anybody. You have a country, you have an ancestral land that you are indigenous to. You don't need anybody to come and tell you to fight for it when that land is on the verge of being taken over by foreign elements that you have nothing in common with, supported by the United Kingdom, Nigerian system also, and those that have influence over this same criminal structure. You don't need Anwimbun to come and tell you to stand up and fight for your land. God forbid if they take the land away from you. Where are you going to run to? I'm a Ghanaian. I live in Ghana. This is where my father comes from. From my Upper East region, that's where my father comes from. I can remain here. But the existence and the allowing these people to take over your place is going to pave way for us too to have sleepless nights. Because if they manage to conquer you as big as you are, as strong and tough as you are, the rest of the African countries will be a walk in the park. That is the reason why they are concentrating in Nigeria to get it over and get all the resources that is there. You expect me to come and tell you to fight and protect your ancestral land? That will not happen. The freedom of Biafra, the dignity that is going to be restored, is going to be done by you. If you look at Trump today is money for hand, back na grand. Go and listen to Trump. Trump is a businessman.
Yes, sir.
He is not ready to give you anything for free. Uncle Tom is not ready to give you anything. Go and look at what he's telling Ukraine. Go and look at what he's telling the DRC Congo. What I can get, my own interest, that is what Trump is
Absolutely.
fighting.
That is what the world is all about.
You have to fight for your own interest as well. When you go to the north, anybody that is going there to become a president or aspiring to be a president, what do they tell him? Northern interest. What is the Igbo part of speaking interest? What is the Biafran people interest? What is the United States of Biafra interest in making sure that the sovereignty of the United States of Biafra is restored as against the attacks that we are getting both within and outside, it lies in your hand. It lies in my hand. We must do everything that we can, humanly possible, to make sure that we get what we want. If not, our land is going to be overrun by this janjaweed that has. Go and check what has in Katsina. In Katsina, because of our inactions, because of our wickedness and lukewarm attitude, go and look at what is happening. A twin child was fed. I watched it. I listened to it in Mazo Kocha's master platform. The terrorists, they call them bandits, but they are terrorists. The armed Fulani terrorists spied twins and fed them to their dogs. I don't know whether you people have seen it in Katsina.
Yeah,
they went to Nasarawa. Is it Nasarawa State University or Polytechnic or so? I don't know. They raped students there. They were selecting the virgins and be raping them. In Nasarawa. Yesterday again, I think about 9 people were killed. The killing has not stopped in Benue State. And you think that if they would do this thing to the people that they use as willing tool to fight you before, what are they going to do? They will use your ear to do what the fire does to the ear of a rabbit. That's what they will do to you. Go back to your history. For those of you that are fighting against the coming of Biafra, go and read what Major, as at that time, during the war, Major Hassan Kassina said about Igbo people and the need to eliminate every Igbo son so that the women will be left alone, so that they will use them as a proceed of war. Go and check how many of our women, our aunties, our elder sisters, they took as proceeds of war because of hunger as at that time. One of them is in my own stepfather's family. One of them is in my own stepfather's family. A beautiful lady, very fair in complexion. When you see her, you think that she is what we call mulatto. One man from Adamawa took her as a wife, first wife, a student nurse that time, took her, and she bore for him 2 sons, Adamu and Abulahi. It happened to my own stepfather's house. That is the consequences of war. And do not expect less of that to happen if these ragtag terrorists get access to our land and everything that is in there. And the need for you to fight. Fight as you have never fought before. Because nobody is going to support us. Rather, we are going to fight for our freedom. That is the only thing I came to pass on to our people today. And for those of our people in Biafra land, be careful where you go to. Be careful who you speak to. And be careful. Tell your brother, your sister, your friend, your bosom friend where you are going to. If there is anything concerning Biafra or Biafran flag in your phone, after your conversation, delete them. Don't keep them. This is what I am telling you people. This is what I'm telling, because I know what our people are going through. This is how they are going to be secretive. They arrest you, they pretend, they will forge, fake all kinds of accusation against you. And once you are in their own, control, you will open your phone. You will open your phone. Hey, bra, beji akola. Hey, why? Baba. Once they force you to open your account, your phone, and they will go through it. They find anything pertaining to Biafra. They will not let you go. They won't let you go. They will make you suffer. So this is what I am telling our people today. Whatever conversation you have on the phone and pictures you have, whatever, as long as it is concerning or relating to Biafra, delete it immediately. There is nothing you are going to do with those things. If you need them later on when Biafra comes, there are media men here like Mazuchuk that would send it to you. Some of our people have been pied because of this. Some are illegally detained because of it. Some have been taken away from us through this. This is what I'm telling you people today. Tell your friend and tell your brother to tell your brother and sister. This is what we have to do. He who lives in the midst of the enemies would definitely be watchful of himself or herself.
Yes.
Nobody loved us, but God Almighty will continue to love us, and he is going to provide for us all the necessary things that we are going to use to make sure that the land of Biafra is restored. Thank you so much, and may Chukwu Kikabiyama continue to bless you. God is fighting for Simon Ekpa and Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Leave the fight for Chukwu Kikabiyama. He has already settled that. I believe that. Nketa say, Nketa bara onye nwe nkịta nọ fụtara n'etiti nọ n'ime abalị ọ kwachala ya nri na efere ọ chọrọ iji wee nye nkịta nri. Ọ sị nkịta na ụjọ na-atụ ya iwepụrụ ya nri ahụ n'ezi. Nkịta si ya mba onye nwe m wepụrụ m nri n'ezi, hafụrụ m ọgụ m na ndị mmụọ ka m na ha nụwa ya. Leave the fight for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, Simon Ekpa, and whosoever that is involved or illegally detained in this struggle for God, because he has done everything. Nothing is going to happen to them. They will win, and the shame will be upon the evil Nigerian construct and those that are supporting them. That is the only message I have for you. May Chukwu Kikabiyama bless you, bless the likes of you and every Biafran right across the world, and provide for us what we are going to use to contribute to support this cause. That's the Biafra. Thank you so much for having me. And I'm so sorry for wasting your time and for coming late. I'm so sorry.
There is no time wasted, my beloved brother Max. There's no time wasted. It's something we have to do. Thank you so much for dedicating your time. Even in a difficult time, you are always there. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, my beloved brother Maxwell. Thank you for that wonderful, wonderful, wonderful message. And every one of us have heard him. Most importantly, on that very last word he said when he talked about security, we need to always think about our security. We need to think about our security at all times. Always put into consideration our security in everything you are doing. More especially people in the homeland. Things that has to do with our struggle, the messages, pictures, please don't keep them in your phone. Don't keep them in your phone. When you are going out, don't keep them in your phone. Try as much as possible to keep yourself clean when you are going out so that you don't get involved in this with these monsters. You know, Nigeria is a very illegal country that does not respect human life. They don't respect human life. So wherever you are going, more especially our brothers and sisters in Biafra land, try as much as possible to clean up your phone when you are going out. There are so many ways to hide the apps that have to do, or the contacts that have to do with our struggle in your platform. Don't leave it open. This security is very important. It's very important because we have lost a lot of people because of this. Many are in detention because of this. So we don't want to continue to lose our people. We don't want. Not now that Biafra has been declared. It will not be good to lose anybody at this point in time. It is not going to be good. It will be a thing of joy for every one of us that have made it this far. to be able to be there until we get to the promised land. So my fellow Biafrans that are watching, wherever you are watching us from, try to be strong. Remember the topic we discussed today. Blackmail is a two-edged sword. It may win you the battle, but you lose the war. The warfare against the Biafran people should be your most concern. It is not about the battle, individual battles that we are fighting against each other. Individual battles you stage to promote yourself, to guide yourself, to make yourself relevant. Personal warfare. Go above that. What should concern you is the warfare ahead of us. There is a war looming. There's a war looming. And because of that war, give everybody a listening ear. Give people opportunity to do what they have to do. Tolerate people. Have that spirit of tolerance. Accommodate everyone. We have been in this division for a very long time. Blackmail took us back in the time of Mazen Nandekano. Qualified and strong men that we are supposed to fight with us left. During the time of Mazen Simon Ekpa, the same thing happened, and many left. And today again, some people are still in that part of blackmailing people out of the program. It is not a good thing to do. Our target should be the freedom that concerns every one of us. You want to be free. I want to be free. And it will be a good thing for all of us to pursue that freedom and get it. It will be a good thing for us to pursue that freedom and get it. And by the special grace of Chukwu, we shall see freedom and we will all be free. No matter what the enemies are saying, no matter what the enemies are doing, you must not give up. Stand on the truth. Support the truth. Speak the truth. Follow the truth. It doesn't matter where it is coming from. Whenever you see a truth, acknowledge it. And when you see a lie, begin to shout. Hold onto your ears. Shout as loud as you can. Reject it. Expose it. It doesn't matter who that lie is against. When you support a lie against a person because he's your enemy, it will come back to haunt you. And when they begin to tell that lie against you, don't go and say, oh, it is now you know that they are lying. But initially, you know that it was all a lie and propaganda. You supported it. Simply because at that time, it serves your selfish interest. And when the lie is no longer serving your selfish interest, the lie is now against you, you become worried. You now realize that person is a liar. A liar will always be a liar. Whether it is a pope, is your brother, it is your sister, it is your friend, your benefactor, whoever it is, your leader, once the person becomes a liar, he or she should be identified as a liar. And when you see somebody who is truthful, whether it's your enemy, whether you don't like him, whether you don't like her, whether whoever is, whether in any camp you the person is telling the truth, support the truth. Support the truth. For you shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. The foundation of this struggle was laid on the truth. The foundation is laid on truth. And anytime you leave the truth and begin to do something else, you are out of line. May Chukwu Okike continue to guide and protect every single one of us that have been on this program. I appreciate you all for being with us. Thank you so much for being in the program. And I hope we are going to meet again. Hopefully in the evening, I'm going to come back again for the program in the evening. And when we come back in the evening, we will have some other issues to discuss about. And by the grace of Chukwu Okike, we can be able to tackle issues and do what we have to do. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect everyone of us. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect our leaders. Give them more wisdom, knowledge, understanding. Those who are in detention, we pray for their freedom as soon as possible. They will join us and we will walk into our freedom together. Thank you so much for being part of this program. See you later on in the evening. And remain blessed.
Yeah, my dear, on the beat.
mommy Nkechi, a rapper don't tell she the kneel for grave where my uche day. Papa Emeka, don't blind from growing. Pikin don't fall, now watch up I'm raw. Please have they shake my hand no feel. Yesterday we laughed, today I just we more. If we don't stop this night where we they share, tell me who go sing for the ones we know they.
She need the voice from under the soil. Brother, no let my blood turn to oil. Little Ada they ask where my papa go. Her small hand they shake, she knows I be this woe. I beg, my people see this fire we burn. Now our house they blaze, now our future they turn. We go tell their ghosts we no go fail you. If we hold this love, that death go burn you.
No, make we try yo. Back up in the day.
I beg my people see this fire we burn. Now our house they blaze, now our future they turn. We go tell their ghosts, we no go fail you. If we hold this love, that death go burn you.
Oh, make we try, oh.
Back up joints with a trembling, oh. Hey. If we no join now, our children go so.
This is not wicked word. This is not Confucian word. Listen to Palibran. I will be telling you a story about the one lady girl. Pali they go to work. Pali they work for bank. Then I enter for motor. The river they go. The river they go. Opposite Udi. But the dirty hand the side. Along Gusukudu Road. I see people run. I see people run. Then I eyes they drive out. The river waiting they happen. The river waiting they happen. The river tell the body boy. See no day for talk. See no day for talk. If you better you take your eye and see. Then I call the driver. The driver wait you. The driver waiting. This is not wicked word. This is not Confucian word. Listen to Palibran. I will be telling you a story about the one lady girl. Pali they go to work. Pali they work for bank. Then I enter for motor. The river they go. The river they go. Opposite Udi. But the dirty hand the side. Along Gusukudu Road. I see people run. I see people run. Then I eyes they drive out. The river waiting they happen. The river waiting they happen.